Dear students, welcome to the online platform of Christ College. Today, I would like to introduce a new audit course called Human Rights. Now, we all know that thousands and thousands of years ago, when we didn't have any state, we didn't have a government, we didn't have a system, we had a state of nature where we had complete freedom, we had the right to do everything, we had all our rights. But eventually, we realized that we need to have a government, we need to have a state because our beautiful state of nature had turned into a state of war. Then we gave up all our rights to a third party or a new entity called the state for the protection of our life and property. From that moment or from that day, we have been fighting, we have been struggling to get our rights back right from the beginning, like the Magna Carta of 1215, then American independence of 1786, then French Revolution, then we had Universal Declaration of Human Rights, then many other international agreements. But do we have all our rights now itself? No, we don't have. So this course, the course on human rights, will provide you an understanding about the concept of human rights and what are the important international agreements, international institutions, international bodies for the protection of human rights in the world. And we will be discussing about the various machineries in India for the protection of the human rights of the people of India. So we have divided this course into 4 modules. To begin with, in the first module, we will be discussing the history of human rights. As we have discussed, we will be discussing the history of human rights from the beginning, that is from 1215, the Magna Carta. Then we'll be discussing Indian and international perspective on human rights. We'll discuss various perspectives on human rights. Then the concept, definition and the nature of human rights. Then various values such as dignity, liberty, equality, justice and unity and diversity. So after the first module, you will get a brief understanding about the concept and the history of human rights. Then when we come to the second module, in the second module, we will be discussing broad classification of human rights and relevant constitutional provisions. In this module, we'll discuss the important constitutional provisions for the protection of human rights in India. Now, we all know that in the third part of our constitution, we have fundamental rights. Then in the fourth part, we have directive principles of the state policy. So we'll be discussing all these rights mentioned in our constitution. Then we will be discussing the broad classification of human rights, that is economic rights, political rights and social rights. So in the second module, you will get a broad understanding about the various measures mentioned in our constitution for the protection of human rights in India and various rights in our constitution plus different types of human rights. Then in the third module, we will be discussing United Nations and human rights. We all know that in 1945, United Nations was formed to prevent the future generation from a world war like Second World War. So since that moment itself, United Nations was there in international arena for the protection of human rights across the world. So in the third module, we'll be discussing United Nations and human rights, in which we'll discuss United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR of 1948 and its significance. Then Universal Declaration of Human Rights 1997, International Convention on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights 1966, International Convention on Civil and Political Rights 1966, United Nations and its principal organs. Then we also will be discussing non-governmental agencies such as Amnesty International, Red Cross for the protection of human rights in the world. So by the third module, you will have a broad understanding about the various international organizations, mainly United Nations and its organs for the protection of human rights in the world, as well as various non-government organizations like Amnesty International, etc. Now, moving on to the fourth module, where we will be discussing about the human rights in India. So in this module, we will be discussing the historical background of human rights in India, then Indian Constitution and human rights, Then what are the various institutions mentioned in our constitution for the protection of human rights in India? Mainly National Human Rights Commission, then we have State Human Rights Commission in the states. Then how these states were emerged, or what is the evolution of these institutions, and what is the composition of these institutions, and what are their rules. And at the last, we'll be discussing the important human rights movement in India, like Chipko movement. So after the fourth module, you will get a broad understanding about the condition of human rights in India, or how we got our human rights. We'll be discussing about various human rights movement in India, then various institutions for the protection of human rights in India. So we have discussed all the 4 modules which are there for our course. So at the end of the course, you will get an understanding about the concept of human rights, the history of human rights movement, and various human rights mentioned in our constitution, then various bodies for the protection of human rights in India as well as in the global arena. Thank you.